Okay, now good morning students. Now in this planning chapter we have discussed the meaning, characteristics, importance and the limitations of the planning. Now we are going to discuss the steps in the planning process. That means if in any organization, if the planning is done, then what steps will be taken by the organization. And there are 7 steps which is taken by the organization. First one you can see, here you can see there are the 7 steps I have written over here. According to these 7 steps, the planning process can be done. So first point is your setting objectives. Setting objectives in the beginning only I told you in the characteristics also that every organization has to set their objectives, that what is their target, where they are and where they want to reach. So the planning process begins with identifying and setting the objectives of the organization. That means they have to determine where to reach. And that means they determine the destination of the organization efforts. So these efforts must be reasonable, measurable होने चाहिए, understandable होने चाहिए, and it should be clearly stated also. And first of all the objectives are determined for the whole enterprises, and then it will be distributed among the different departments. And after setting up the objectives, they are communicated to all the members of the organization. So first of all in the planning process, objectives of the organization should be set. Kept exactly like in the next year or maybe in this year you want to increase your sales up to 20%. So if this is your objective, so according to that we are going to plan our policies. And then whatever the plan is prepared by the top level management, after checking the all alternatives and after checking that all the measures are reasonable or measurable, then it will be broken into different parts. That means it will be reached up to the second level of the management and at last at the operational level of the management. Now the second step of the planning is developing premises. So this is the next step in the planning. Planning is to establish a planning premises, and planning premises involve making assumptions related to future conditions which may affect to the objectives of the firm. So that means according to the future we have to make our assumptions. So premises provide relevant facts and the information related to the future, and to make the planning more effective, good or maybe we can say sound estimates or maybe sound forecast should be made about the future. That means those who are involved in the planning process or planning making, they should scan the environment, they should understand the government policies properly to make the planning proper. Just like they should make estimates about the future environment, like related with the markets, competitors, economic policies, international policies, government policies, so many things. So if timely we will forecast about the future, and if all these forecasts, whatever the analysis we have done, if we will use all such things in the planning or in the policies, then it will be easy for the firm to attain or to achieve their objectives. Now the third step is identifying alternative course of action. That means after setting the objectives and making assumptions about the future, the next step is to determine alternative courses of action. Like for every plan there are number of options, right? So out of so many options, now the plan makers or planners or the people, those who are involved in the planning, they have to find out the best alternative by which they can achieve the targets of the firm, or the target of the organization, and that particular alternative should be effectively and efficiently used by the firm. For example, if the objective of a company is growth of business, then company has the various possible alternatives like expansion in the same product line, or maybe they can diversify in the new areas, maybe they can go with the joint venture, or maybe so many things are there. So that means now they have to find out the best alternative to fulfill their target. Now the fourth one, evaluating alternative courses of action. Evaluating alternative courses. That means after identifying and listing out possible alternative courses, the next step is to evaluate each alternative. That means evaluation means the study of performance of the various actions. The positive and the negative points of each alternative are thoroughly examined by the policy makers, and all alternatives should be compared, evaluated in the light of cost, risk, benefits, and so on. That means in the third step, we said that they have to find out the best alternative. And in the fourth one, the basic difference is that out of all the alternatives, now the policy makers have to find out that which one is the best one. They have to compare cost wise or maybe benefit wise, risk wise, by everything they have to compare, and the consequences of each alternative must be carefully examined before a choice is made, because once the plan is prepared by the organization, it becomes rigid, it is not that much easy to change it. Fifth one, selecting an alternative. Selecting an alternative means after evaluating the various alternatives, the next step is to select the most suitable courses of action. See, don't get confused in third, fourth and fifth point. In third point, they have to identify X, Y, Z, all type of the alternatives which will be good for the firm. In fourth point, they have to compare all the alternatives, which one will be the best for the firm. And in the fifth one, now they have to, after comparing in the fourth point, now they have to find out the best one, which will be best for the organization. And this is the real point of the decision making. And the alternative to be selected should be the most feasible, इकोनॉमिकली, टेक्निकली, हर तरह से वो feasible होना चाहिए. It should be profitable and with least negative consequences. And sometimes the combination of the plans may be selected instead of one best course also. So the particular course of action should be carefully selected as it has a long-term effect. Now, the sixth one is implement the plan. Now you have find out the best alternative. Now by doing the comparison, now we have find out the best one. We know what will be the benefit of this alternative, what will be the consequences. Now this is the high time to implement. So now plans are of no use until they are not put in the action. So these steps is concerned with transforming the plan into action by activating other managerial functions. So the plan has to be effectively implemented by the real executors, and it involves organizing the various resources and the cooperation of the different departments, participation and commitment of the members of the organization. Now the last one is the follow-up action. Follow-up action, that means after implementing a plan, the last step is to periodically review the existing plan to ensure the relevance and the effectiveness. That means when we implement the plan, time to time we have to check the plan that we are achieving the target timely or not, or if there is some deviation from the plan, then we have to take some measures to come on the same track. The plans must be monitored consistently, and in case of any deficiency, they should be modified and it should be adjusted. For example, if target of a company is to produce 12,000 cars per year, so the company must ensure that at least 1,000 cars should be produced per month, and in case of any shortage, then necessary actions should be taken by the firm. So these are your planning process steps. First of all, we have to set up the objective, that exactly what is the objective of the firm. After setting the objective, that means if the company wants to increase the sales, or maybe if they want to diversify their production, if they want to go as a joint venture. So first of all, we have to set up the objective. After that, developing premises, that means now they have to analyze each and everything. They have to forecast everything related with the future, related with the investor, competitors, government policies, international market, taste and preference of the customers, everything. After that, identifying alternative course of action. That means now they have to check so many, because every firm will get so many options. So out of all the options, now they have to finalize that which one is the best one. Fourth, evaluating alternative courses. That means out of so many alternatives, out of so many options, now they have to compare which one is best cost wise, risk wise, benefit wise. They have to finalize what will be the consequences by using such alternative. After that, selecting an alternative. That means अब जब आपने कंपैरिजन कर लिया है, so now we have to finalize one alternative by which we can fulfill the objectives of the firm. Now when your alternative is finalized, now the sixth point is implement the plan. That means plan अब आपका जो भी बना है, now we have to implement it. Without implementation, the plan is of no use. So, and last one, follow up action. That means time to time we have to check that the plan, we are working according to the plan or not. If any deviation is there, so time to time we have to take some necessary action, like modification we can do, some adjustment we can do.